General Hospital spoilers reveal that Jason is trying to admit that the child in Sasha's womb is his, a surprising claim that raises significant doubts among those around him. Jason is not the type of person who easily accepts responsibility for something that isn't his, especially a child. However, this time, Jason seems determined to protect Sasha and the baby at all costs, even if it means taking on a secret that no one could have predicted. But not everyone believes this confession. Willow and Cody are the first to sense that something is off. Willow, who has a deep connection to Michael, notices strange behavior from Jason. She knows he is an upright man, rarely lies, and if he were truly the father of the child, he wouldn't need to beat around the bush or hide anything. But what makes Willow even more suspicious is Michael's reaction. He doesn't seem surprised, nor does he strongly oppose it, instead maintaining a quiet demeanor, almost as if hiding something. Cody, who never trusted Jason from the beginning, now has more reason to doubt. He witnessed the moment when Jason placed his hand on Sasha's stomach, but that's not enough to prove he is the father. Everything is happening too quickly, and Cody feels like a pawn in a larger game. If Jason is truly hiding something, then why is he doing so? The question now is, what secret is Jason hiding, and for whom? If Michael is truly the father of the child, then Jason stepping forward to take responsibility could be a way to protect Michael from something far more serious, perhaps a crime, a threat, or a secret that, if exposed, could ruin Michael's life. Jason has always been the one to protect Michael, and this time, it seems he is doing the same, but at a much higher cost. Sasha is also caught in an uncontrollable situation. She knows the truth but cannot speak up, trapped between her loyalty to Michael and Jason's support. If Jason truly wants to take responsibility, it means he is willing to bear all the possible consequences, but can Sasha let him do so without feeling guilty? Meanwhile, Willow and Cody continue their investigation. They start piecing together recent events and realize that there are too many inconsistencies in Jason's story. Willow may no longer be romantically involved with Michael, but she still cares about him and doesn't want to see him caught up in a dangerous secret. Cody, who has been disappointed by lies in the past, doesn't want to be deceived again. If the truth comes out, Jason will lose everything, including his honor, the trust of his loved ones, and possibly even his freedom. But if he continues to hide this secret, he will have to live with a lie that will sooner or later be exposed. Things are becoming increasingly tense, and as all the pieces start falling into place, Port Charles may soon witness a shock greater than anyone could imagine. A shocking document has been confirmed, revealing that Michael secretly transferred all his assets before leaving, to ensure that Jason could protect Sasha in case any threat arose. This was not just a precautionary move, but a calculated move by Michael to protect both himself and the important people around him. That Jason was entrusted with power in this situation further confirms that Michael was not just preparing for a temporary departure, but possibly hiding an even bigger secret that he was not ready to reveal. However, while Michael tries to protect Sasha and Jason by discreetly moving his assets, he is also facing a new threat from Drew. Drew, once Michael's ally, is now making increasingly aggressive moves, possibly due to the growing discord between them. Michael understands that Drew is not someone easily manipulated, and if Drew discovers that Michael's entire fortune was transferred before he left Port Charles, it could spark an unavoidable war. This is not just a financial issue, but a battle for power. If Michael set everything up so that Jason could protect Sasha and his assets, it also means he anticipated the dangers that might come. Drew, with his ambition and unpredictability, might view this as a betrayal or an unacceptable provocation. While Jason focuses on protecting Sasha, he cannot afford to ignore Drew's movements. If Drew decides to strike, Jason will have to choose between confronting him or finding a way to negotiate. But more importantly, is Michael really leaving, or is this just an act to hide something bigger? The situation is growing more tense, with each main character having their own agenda, and as secrets are slowly revealed, the conflict between Michael, Jason, and Drew could completely change the dynamics of Port Charles. Sasha's safety may only be one part of this larger game, and if no one is careful, a small mistake could trigger a much larger confrontation than anyone could have imagined. Willow is completely stunned and she accidentally discovers the secret contract between Jason and Michael. This is not just a financial document but contains a truth that Michael has kept hidden all this time, a truth that could change everything she thought she knew about the people around her. This truth not only makes Willow feel betrayed but also forces her into a position where she has to choose between loyalty and what she believes is right. The more she reads the contract, the more she realizes that Michael had secretly transferred control of his assets to Jason before he left. This means that Michael didn't just foresee the dangers ahead but placed his full trust in Jason to protect Sasha. But why? And more importantly, why didn't Michael tell her about this plan? Willow can accept a lot of things, but being left out of such important decisions about the family makes her feel like she is no longer a part of Michael's life. This emotional explosion leads Willow to make a bold decision. She will not stand by and let Jason control everything his way. She needs an ally, someone who can help her regain control, and the only person who can help her do that is Drew. Drew, who also feels pushed to the sidelines by Jason's subtle manipulation, is the perfect person to join her in this plan. Both of them have a common goal: to take back what Michael left behind and ensure that Jason cannot continue manipulating everything. When Willow approaches Drew with the information she has, he immediately recognizes the opportunity to make a powerful move. Drew no longer trusts Jason as he once did, especially as Jason increasingly becomes a force that could challenge him in both power and position within the family. Drew knows that if he doesn't act now, Jason will solidify his power to the point of being untouchable. With Willow and Drew working together, a new power struggle has officially begun. They don't just want to take back what belongs to Michael but also expose any secrets that Jason and Sasha are hiding. They are ready to use all the tools at their disposal, from business connections to exploiting any weaknesses that Jason might be hiding. But Jason is not easy to defeat. He is always one step ahead, and if Willow and Drew are not careful, they could fall into the very trap they are trying to set. Sasha is not a helpless pawn. She knows more than people think and could become a key player in this battle. The question now is, can Willow and Drew defeat Jason, or will they get caught in a war they cannot control? This power struggle is escalating, and Port Charles is about to witness an unrelenting showdown where betrayal, schemes, and dark secrets will be exposed in ways no one expects. Jason is executing a bold plan, and this time, he's not just focused on protecting his family or maintaining the order of the underworld, he wants to control it. With Sonny leaving to treat his heart condition and Michael giving him control over his assets, Jason now has the opportunity to consolidate power in a way he never has before. But power comes with new threats, and to truly take control, he needs to eliminate those standing in his way. At the top of the list is Jack Brennan, a man not only vying for control of the underworld of Port Charles but also keeping Carly within his grasp. For a long time, Jason kept his distance from Carly, partly because of the circumstances, but also because he always thought she could manage her life on her own. However, when he sees Carly being increasingly overshadowed by Brennan and drawn into a dangerous relationship she hasn't fully realized, Jason knows he can't stand by anymore. Brennan is not just a shady businessman with questionable deals. He is calculating, willing to control those around him to achieve his goals. And Carly, despite her strength and independence, can't escape this web easily. Jason knows that if he wants to get Carly back and ensure she doesn't get sucked into Brennan's schemes, he can't just talk. He has to act. But this battle is not just about Carly, it's a real power struggle. Brennan has proven to be a formidable opponent, capable of manipulating things from behind the scenes without having to take direct action. He has formed new alliances, strengthened his position, and is ready to fill the power vacuum left by Sonny. And Jason can't let that happen. The first step in his plan is to weaken Brennan from within. Jason begins reaching out to Brennan's key allies, using both persuasion and hard tactics to force them to choose sides. Brennan may have money and influence, but Jason has reputation, loyalty from those who followed Sonny, and a deep understanding of how the underworld works. He doesn't need flashy displays or public threats, he just needs to target Brennan's weaknesses and make him lose his support. But Brennan is not an easy target. When he realizes Jason is slowly infiltrating his territory, he starts fighting back. Covert attacks targeting Jason, deals that undermine his position at ELQ, and even plans to drive a wedge between him and important allies like Carly and Sam. Jason knows that Brennan will stop at nothing to hold on to his power, and that only makes him more determined. Carly is an important part of this fight, but she is not a pawn to be manipulated. She has strength, survival instincts, and is not easily controlled. However, as she starts realizing she's trapped between two men, Jason, who always protects her, and Brennan, who is trying to control her, she will have to make a decision of her own. Will she trust Jason and let him help her escape Brennan's influence, or will she choose to deal with everything herself, despite the dangers lurking? As tensions rise, the fight between Jason and Brennan is no longer just about Carly. It has turned into a real power struggle, one where the winner will determine the future of Port Charles. If Jason wins, he will not only regain Carly but also solidify his position as an unstoppable force. But if he fails, Brennan will not only keep his power but might also destroy everything Jason has worked to protect. This battle will leave no room for hesitation or compassion. Jason has made his decision, and he will not stop until he reclaims everything. The only remaining question is whether he can do so without losing himself in the process.